Nah, I can't even dance. What's up, man? Hey, how you guys doing? We got Keenan and Declan Love in the audience. We got Connor Rush. We got Noah Masseth. What's up, you guys? All right. Hey, real quick. We're only gonna do a 3-minute show. No, I'm joking. We're doing a 30-minute show like normal. All right. And again, this stuff is to make you better, and that is the hardest thing to do. Is to always remember to improve, constantly improve. Okay. My goals in life, the only reason that I've reached my goals is because I was able to focus on one thing at one time. Whether it be like homework or like whatever, I was like obsessed with like one thing at one time. I don't know. It's kind of like narrow vision, and there are things to be said about like being good at like many things. But I feel like the easiest way to do things would be to like see a goal and then just go just for it and do nothing but that thing. And I was very lucky in that regard. So because I have a mind that is really good when it's like focusing, when it's put up against like harsh odds, and my mind works really well under intense intense things. So I guess if your house is ever burning down and you need to get out of there, I'm the guy to call, because I will like stay very focused. I won't like be looking around scared. I'll be like extremely focused on just the task at hand and getting you out of there, right? Other people's minds, they do wander. They do want other things, and because of that, they sometimes don't get their goals. Throw a rock through the window. But we want to get in without going to jail. That's the thing, right? So our goals in life are the same way. It's like, you want to do this, but you want it on your terms. All right? And if it's staying out of jail, that's a good one. All right? Stay out of jail. If it's like, not giving up all your friends and family and caring about them, yeah. Make sure that you do that. But if it's like, giving up a few pizza parties, that might be totally worth it. All right? So stay focused on the goal. And now that I'm doing a basketball program for other kids, I have not lost that directive. All right? I still see one goal and I go after it. And my one goal is, it's not to win games right now, okay? Because if that helps, then it helps. If my goal is not to play like anyone below our level, but if that helps, it helps. It depends, right? And I also have to take care of all the kids at the same time. If it was just one kid with one thing, that would be pretty easy. But I have to take care of all the kids at the same time, so I kind of fall toward like the best kids, the kids that show up the most, because those are the kids that I have to like really take care of. So today we learned a few hard lessons and a few easy lessons. All right, for Noah Masseth, he had to not play. That was the best thing for him. If he wants to make the NBA, I needed to say you can't play today, which sucks because he wasn't bringing the energy of the last game. He was just standing there, and then he kept arguing about stuff, and then he had to go back in because Roy was acting like a psychopath. So I put him in, and then he instantly gets hurt. All right. So it was like, I don't know what's going on here, right? So there was that lesson. Then there was the lesson that, I guess a good one that you might say, a good for now one, which is Wesley. Wesley has been struggling in the high school games, and I don't know, our middle schoolers just needed a player. And I was like, okay, you know what? Instead of Wesley just playing this non-factory role on the high school, let me put like Noah up here so he can get beat up. But in retrospect, maybe I should have put Noah with the younger kids. All right, but I put Wesley down there, and again, if I put Noah down there, it would have been like he would have just been like thinking he's all that, and thinking that everyone else sucks, like he was thinking the last week. But I put Noah in the bigger kids game, and he got treated like he was a little kid, and he didn't step it up as he wants other people to step it up. But I put Wesley down there, and honestly, Wesley dominated that game. As he should have, playing a year down, maybe even 2, I don't even know. He dominated them. But his steps were still off for the layups. He was still doing this, but he's coming over, it's like smiling. He was so happy. It's not fantastic that he enjoyed it that much, but I'm glad that he got some basketball in, because normally he's just running up and down the court, not doing anything. All right, so he became a better player. We needed that. I wanted Austin to do the same thing, and he chose not to. All right, So I guess the lesson that he learned was, I don't know, that he doesn't want it that badly, or maybe he doesn't trust me and my goals. And again, my goals are only to make you better. I thought that would have been a great time for Austin to get better. He didn't want to get better today. He wanted to feel special today. All right? And if you put him, seriously, I think Austin's two choices. If he gets over there with the high school, he doesn't do anything. He never drives, never he doesn't do what I want him to do. So I want him to go to the middle school game just so he can do something positive, so he can see the ball going. So something was so he can connect a few dots. But he chose not to and chose to get super mad about it. All right, so that is what it is. All right, the smaller kids, they played a game today and got beat by a lot, but it was by an older team, by 5th graders and 4th graders. All right, that happens. I thought that you guys did well. I tried to peek and see most of the game. All right, but yeah, we have to keep our energy the entire game, not just the beginning. And man, the lesson for you guys, it would be if we could possibly keep Declan and Derek together. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Something's going to happen, but kids never stay together. Man, if we could keep them together from 1st grade, even the opposing team's coaches always let me know. They're dude, those are 2 1st graders? What the heck? Are they going to keep doing this? If they keep doing this when they play in 4th grade, they're going to be amazing. What am I going to do with them in 4th grade? Will I play them with the 8th graders and 7th graders like they probably want to by then because they're going to be pretty good? Nah. I'm going to play them against 4th graders. And they're going to murder them. And somewhere on that team, when they're up by 80 every single game, will be a 1st grader. Because we're going to play 1st through 4th. And because that 1st grade is on their team, they're not going to do as well because they're going to have to carry the brunt of it. But they're still going to be kicking some butt. Just those 2 with some other 1st and 2nd and 3rd graders. And that new 1st grader is going to learn from them and be carried by them. And it's going to be the same thing. And it's going to be amazing. And then all of a sudden, you look at the team, you look back, if we can keep them all together, you'll have a whole bunch of 1st through 4th graders playing together, 3 each. And the 1st graders sucked when they were playing against 4th graders. 2nd graders were a little bit better. The 4th graders were dominant. And all 12 of them somehow make the NBA. Because, or at least they make D1. Because they went through the stages. They went through getting their butt kicked. They went through not having a chance to play. They went through being really competitive. And they went through dominating. And we call those our ABCD steps. All right? So don't be afraid to go through the ABCD steps. A is for academic, where you're learning the game from the bench and begging to get in. And then B is bravado. Bravado is cockiness. Where you're just put me out there, man, I can do this thing. Give me the ball. And you get brave as all hell. C is competitive. All right? Where you're competitive beyond all means. You just got to do this. And now you're so good because you've played 3 straight years at that level that you can compete a year above yourself. And you're being right there with them. It's like you're an older kid. And they're whoa, you're a year younger. You're the same. But then there's D, domination. And you just learn to kick someone's butt and be unrelenting and never give in. You need all 4 of those, but people usually want just 1 or maybe 2. And the ones that they want, some people like bravado. I like those kids. But usually they want to be competitive, which is good. And a lot of people want us to be dominant. Those are the 2 levels everyone likes. And usually just one or the other, really. All right? But we need a lot more people liking bravado, and we need a ton more people loving the academic one, where you're just sitting there and learning. And yeah, it's a long road, but you're learning how to be mature. You're learning how to be in the right positions. You're learning about yourself. You're learning about how it sucks to lose. You're learning all that stuff, and it's a year apiece. And maybe you're saying, okay, let's count. Can we split it up? And I tried to come up with a system where it was 3 months on, then 3 months to the next one, 3 months to the next one, but that was way too complicated. All we have is you do it for a whole year. Then you go to the next year. I know that year's a long time, but it works. I've seen it work. I've seen it do its thing. So again, trust me. All right. And last thing I'll say is beware of false hope. All right. When you lift weights and you're getting stronger, okay. All right, you don't get stronger. You actually get weaker during those times. You only get stronger when you have rest days. All right, and on the rest days, the muscles actually grow, and you literally get stronger. When you're lifting weights, you're just breaking down those muscles. They repair themselves. But don't get it twisted. Don't be like, dude, every time I lift weights, I feel weak. Therefore, lifting weights makes me weak. And then as soon as I rest, I get stronger. Therefore, resting equals getting stronger. All right? And then you're like, well, then why don't I just rest the whole time? That does not make sense. All right? That's like saying freaking like, it's like the same dumb logic where people are like, let me put a turkey in the oven for 2 hours on 400. I don't know if those are the right increments. Or I can put it in the oven for on 800 degrees and do it in half the time. No, it's not how things work. All right? It might sound logical, but it's not. All right? So just understand, rest and like playing easy games does not make you better. It just makes you feel better. All right, so sometimes your mind might need it, but you don't need that crap. All right, that's all that I have, and let's get to the stuff. We got the movie of the day to begin with, which is the 8th grade movie of the day. Since we're here on May 8th, welcome to May 8th. It's been a long road. It's been a long year. We're almost at the end of the school year, and now it's time
Milwaukee Bucks
to play a little basketball. Whoa! Hey. Was that Siri just out of nowhere coming on? No. You stop it. That was crazy. Did I say any word like echo? No, I didn't. No. I wasn't talking to you. It even heard me whisper. Stop it. Seriously, man, these gadgets are always listening to us. It's crazy. All right. Anyways, the movie of the day is the 8th grade movie of the day, and it is Juwanna Mann. All right. Juwanna Mann it's a comedy. Alright, where this dude in the NBA decides, I think he got kicked out the league for something. So what he does is he dresses up like a girl and he plays in the WNBA. And he just dominates. Alright, right here you can see right here he's breaking the backboard and stuff. Alright, then of course they have funny scenes where he's in the shower with them and like trying to figure that out. He likes one of the girls, so he has to keep himself a secret. It's pretty cliche all the way through, but it is funny. Alright. And there's a line from this movie that my mom used to always say. She's like whenever I would like dominate a game or something like that, she'd be like, or like whenever my teammates weren't helping me out as much as she wanted them to, she would always refer to a line in the movie where Juwanna Mann comes into timeout and he says to all the females, he's like, come on ladies, do your part. I can't pass the ball to my darn self. Not darn, but yes. And he goes like your role is to pass me the ball. All right, so my mom would always say that to about my teammates, behind their back, of course. All right, but yes, Juwanna Mann, it's a fun story. It's cool. Not like an amazingly deep movie. I think saying it's for 8th graders is kind of high, or kind of low. I think it should be for high schoolers because it's pretty it's a little raunchy in parts. But I guess a mature 8th grader could watch it. But in terms of stars, I'm gonna give this one about like 34 stars. 34 stars, Juwanna Mann. It was funny. I'll say that. It was funny, interesting, whatever. The basketball parts, you always wonder what would happen if like a female or if a male played in the female sport. I've asked some college girls, I'm like, what would happen if I, at my age, played with you guys in college? They're like, we would win the national championship. I'm like, yeah, what if we... Could we be like the best teams? I can't guard all 5 players, right? They're like, nah, we would win. I was like, what if I was on the worst D1 team? They're like, then they would win. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, guys and girls, this game is way different. Plus my height is different. So yeah, it's always been like a dream of mine to even try this, but I've never been allowed on a college court to play college girls. I've like asked, and they're like, no, you can't play. It's crazy, but they do allow like shorter guys to play with them, and it's about the same. So I think if you don't count size and don't count like the speed and the strength, then women and men are basically the same. And actually, the women are better in terms of shooting and stuff like that, and they're also sometimes better in terms of like ball handling and things like that. All right, so it's really like it's just a strange little thing. It's a different sport basically, and what I think that they should do is just lower the rim to make it more aligned on the same sport, because people love men's basketball for that very reason, that we could dunk it. So anyways, I've gone off on a tangent, but just know that the movie is 34 stars. I would suggest watch it. It's a fun movie. Yeah, nothing special though. All right. Moving on, we got tonight our shooting. We have a filmed breakdown. So heads up, we have our film breakdown. I'll bring out the TV and I'll walk through your shooting ability and things like that. All right, we will go over things like that, and it's a special day, and I'll have the other side. They will be doing all the moves and things like that. But I want you to see your shot and see how it's developed in the last 3 months or so, or the last time that we've done a film breakdown. All right, so show up to that. That will be done throughout, and then don't obsess about it, but kind of obsess about it. All right, if you're shooting the ball close, you should be able to shoot the ball perfectly. And I want you to at least know where you're at, and seeing yourself is a huge tool. I didn't have cell phones with video cameras on them when I was growing up. All we had was rocks and cans with string and stuff like that, and we had to talk to each other with cans and strings because we were old. And the rocks, we just that was how we dialed. We just hit their rock down on the ground until they made enough noise to get the attention of the person that we wanted to talk to. So yes, I'm very, very old is what I'm saying. And you guys are very, very lucky to have this kind of technology. But make the most of it, please. Don't just use the technology for TikTok and things like that. Use the technology to make yourself better at basketball, especially if it's your passion. All right. For the workouts that we're doing upcoming, we got the maybe Wednesday workout, maybe Friday. I don't really know how it works exactly, but we have the clap dribble coming up here, all right, which is bounce, cross between behind the back, and then you clap as the ball, clap with your partner as they're doing the same thing, as the ball's going behind your back, and then you repeat with the opposite hand. All right, pick and roll, flip flop, as if they ice or routine show. The fly drill is what we do for our warm-ups, but we're going to actually do this for an actual drill. And then trick dribbles, attempt to master the fun stuff. We have a whole bunch of trick dribbles. I love doing this one. I have so many tricks. I just make them up on the spot. Press break, give and go. That's what we're missing in games. All right. As we pass the ball ahead, which we finally are starting to do, we're getting the screens going in the press break. We're getting the dribble up. We finally convince someone to flash. But as we pass the ball to the middle, we have to sprint after that. All right, I know you guys are tired, but being tired in the game is a good thing. That means you're getting playing time. All right, but you sprint after that, so it's a give and go. All right, and then we have triangle cuts for shots. That's also something that we need to do. I believe it was Rowie cut today, passed the ball to the wing, and Chris caught it. He cut, was wide open. 1, Chris didn't pass on the ball. 2, Rowie was wide open, stops in the middle of the key, doesn't get the ball, then backs up to the top of the key again, instead of continuing his cut. All right, yeah, we have to learn how to cut. That's the very, very basic of our play. That's the first part of the play. We need to practice this stuff, so we will be practicing it again on Wednesday or Friday. So something we did last week, or this last week, pick and roll, pass to roll. We need to look for that in our offense. And then also when they run offense, our defense needs to cover the role player. How are we getting beat with this play on our defense, and how we're not able to do this play on our offense? It's crazy. It needs to be one way or the other. Then we have weekend ball pounds. We actually skipped that one last time we did it. That was last Friday, I think. All right. But anyway, hopefully you got some of it in your own spare time. Bluff and recover. Dump off on the strong side. Help side to close out. Quick shots. And then fast break post up for quick shots. When you get the ball on the rebounds, shoot that thing back up there. Stop dribbling out. It's been Rohit and Connor getting the ball inside and then dribbling out because they're afraid. It's crazy. Stop that. All right, the workout that we're doing tomorrow is the divine drill. So we're going to mix that in. That might be our timing group. 1-on-1 with personal rules, indirect Euro steps, Kyrie, spin to J, so we need the TV again, hurdle layups, and then 180 side or fake handoff. That's all things that we're doing for the hurdle layups. Make sure that when you drive, you're taking 2 big steps at the right time. Kieran's doing it pretty well, but he's stepping from too far away. You want to still know your speed, know your height, know your momentum, know your last dribble, know how long your steps are, so that you're finishing it at the exact moment of layup contention as you're going into the defense too. So all that stuff's together. Hurdle layups help with this. All right. Moving on to our trivia question of the day before we finish up. All right. I'm here on the trivia page. I'm going to press the random video, the randomizer 2000, and then it has given me a player. I'm going to type it in. It is that guy, and let's see some trivia questions from this guy. All right, here's a pretty easy question if you know basketball, but a pretty hard one, but you can easily Google this question. All right, the question today, answered by the end of the program, if anyone wants to answer it at all, is which college did Wilt Chamberlain attend? Which college did Wilt Chamberlain attend? That's the question today. Good luck with that, guys. Which college did Wilt Chamberlain attend? Don't forget that we have these things on sale. All right, we got the logo on that side, 50 ounces on this side. They're very, very drinkable things. Cheers to you. But which college did Wilt Chamberlain attend? If you get the answer right, you have a chance to win this month's trivia. And that's the answer. Kieran got it. Now, did you answer that? Right after him. No, almost won his first point. But yes, Kieran got it first. University of Kansas. You wrote a lot, Connor. You wrote a lot. You could have just wrote like UK maybe, or K. Is it KU? No, KU is that. UK is Kentucky. I don't know how many of them have the same abbreviations. I do know that UNC is the Northern Colorado and North Carolina. That's kind of weird. But anyways, Kieran was the quickest one to do it. You are now 3 points, Kieran. Good luck battling Mr. Finn Kaufman, who was off today. He's a dentist appointment. No, I'm joking. I have no clue what he's doing. Maybe he has games, something like that. But yes, that was the trivia question. He went to the University of Kansas, one of the greatest players of all time, Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain. Look him up if you need some more information. All right, we have our quote of the day. Let's get to our quote of the day right now. I'm down with that. All right, our quote of the day is to empower others. Empower others. I like to say this: when you are doing, when you're motivating. What's his name? Roy was motivating you guys in a negative way by threatening everybody to post their homework, but it kind of worked, right? If you motivate negatively, it works quickly. All right, but it doesn't last that long. So it's like a superpower thing. It's like you have to choose your superpower, but like if I give you incredible strength, I have to also give you some kind of kryptonite, where like maybe the strength only lasts for a minute. Right? So that's what the negative one does. It's a superpower in that it works right away, but it doesn't last very long. Then there's the one where, which is positive. It's great, but if you do the positive one, you do need to like keep it up. And as soon as you remove the positive, it may not last. All right. So with that one, it's like it needs to be persistent. With the negative one, man, like you can beat them forever. The beating will they will just get used to it, and it won't matter anymore. All right, and eventually they might like die from it, right? But the positive one, you can do it forever, but they're gonna need you always there. So it's not amazing, but it's way better, and it keeps the atmosphere positive. But again, you will slowly give them a crutch, and once they have a crutch, as soon as you pull it out from under them, then they're gonna fall. Then there's motivating them to understand that they can do it themselves. That person doesn't need motivation. They're just a go-getter. That's just who they are. That one might be one of the greatest ones of all time. The ones that we've seen amazing people do stuff from, like Kobe and Jordan, right? Where they just want to be amazing because. But if you can get to the top one where you motivate others and you empower others, that's amazing. So if you're motivating other people. You're motivating other people to like do it, right? But it's a step above that even. To empower them is to make them understand that they can do it without you. So now you can pull your motivation away and they're still rolling and they're probably going to be motivating others. And if you can empower other people, that's the strongest thing that you could ever do for the world. If you can make people understand that they are powerful, it's like your superpower is that you can give other people superpowers. Like who could beat that dude? Yeah, they're Superman. Fantastic. But if Superman could make everyone he touched or everyone he wanted to be Superman, what kind of enemies would he have? He would have no one, unless he touched the wrong person. Yes. Anyways, but yes, empower others. So try to empower other people. Make them understand that they can do anything, and like make them feel hyped about themselves. Make them understand that they can even like hype you up if you happen to like need it. All right. Empower people. It's the way that we should like live life, basically. All right. Give me the. Let's check the homework real quick. We got homework. Noah posting. Zach Carter. That's Zach Carter posting. Nice job. Roy posted before. All right. Roy's posting a lot. Let's see how long this lasts, though. Keep going, guys. All right. Check the picture of the day. And Luka won himself a game. I told y'all, man. Being down 2-0 only means something if you think that it means something. All right. All you have to do is win at home. Because that's all that they did. So when you get beat, be like, all you did was hold point. All right. Anyone serving should win. That's how you should see it if you go down in the hole. Or like if they win the first half, well, you won one half, I'm going to win this half. All right. And they're just taking the time. Now it's all knotted up at 2, man, and it's looking like a totally different series. All right. And so Luke has the fortitude to do something like that. Make sure you guys learn from this, see his greatness. And again, I don't care who wins that series. I do like Luka a lot. I don't know how they can do in the finals. I don't know who I'm going for because my Lakers have been out for like a year now, 2 years maybe. I have no clue. But Luka's a very, very fun player to watch. Learn from him while you can. But this is no small feat. All right, it's down 2-0, holding your head up and just continue to go. Continue to go. It's just not another day. Now let's see if Chris Paul can come back and not take away the momentum and see if he can just keep his team going as well. All right, Mavs better win for beating the Jazz. That's what I always feel. If I get beat by someone, I want them to win the whole championship, because so I can feel like I'm kind of second place. All right, let's finish up with our story of the day. If you don't feel like showing up to an hour-long workout and still show up to work out, that hour basically counts as 2 towards your lifetime goal of 10,000 hours because of what you just forced yourself to go through. Anyone can work hard when they feel like it, but only champions work hard when they don't. Alright, anyone can work out when they feel like it, only champions work out when they don't. Alright, that's a tough lesson for a parent to teach. Alright, telling you, like, parents want to give you what you want, right? But they make you do so many things. They're like, you must clean your room. You must eat your vegetables. You must go to school. So when it comes down to the fun things in life, they're like, okay, what's fun? What do you want to do? And they're like, basketball. They won't have that many must on that list because they consider it like your fun time. But the moment that you can take basketball and you can put it into like your school time, say like, let me treat basketball like I treat school. Let me treat basketball like I treat my health. Then, you're unstoppable. All right? Because to you, it's not just fun, right? So, with that said, man, like, you can take your game to a new level if you can understand this at a deeper level, where when you don't feel like showing up, and you still show up, like, not if you're like sick, but like if you're just like tired and achy, and you're like, I'm going to practice. That's not an hour-long practice. That practice basically counts as 2. Will I give you an extra tennis point? No. Will I give you a coin? No. But like that practice will be the impetus for like your greatness in the end. When you are down 2-0 and you bring the Mavericks back with like 20 years from now, or 15 years from now, or 10 years from now, you're gonna point to those practices as the reason that you were able to do that. And if you can't show up when you don't feel like showing up to practices, that will be the reason that you don't make it to that level. All right. So, are you a baller or are you just a poser? That is how you know. So, if you can just show up when you don't want to show up, it's amazing. And in our course of a lifetime, if you're supposed to get 10,000 hours to perfect anything, it might count as 2 points toward that. Again, anyone can work hard when they feel like it, but only champions can work hard when they don't. All right. Let's not forget the quote of the day is to empower others. Anyone showing up today for the shooting, know that I got a special treat for you guys. I will see y'all soon. All right, keep working out there, keep showing up, keep showing out, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Post that homework, y'all. All right, I'm out. And wait, the trivia winner, Kieran. Great job, Kieran. Peace, guys. Within just a 5-minute stretch of a game, players are more focused and exhausted than in any 1 hour of practice. Herein lies the shortcut to greatness. The greatest become the greatest by not differentiating between practices and games. Players should put as much effort into a simple drill as they put into the last minute of a championship game.